and I don't think taking over the guardhouse would necessarily help very much. I mean, as far as turrets go, I would imagine that there's some higher priority control system and security room inside of the place.
We're just talking about getting in, because not all of us can scale the wall.
Well, I mean, getting out with the stuff is the main problem. How we get in is going to be determined by how we're going to go about, or how we want the situation to end up with getting the stuff. And those turrets, I think, are the main big issue there.
Yeah, they'll shoot us to pieces as soon as we come out of the gate.
That's why I think we should steal their vehicle. The one that landed on the roof. If we can load it up with supplies, it'll register as a friendly.
It will be a friendly. For all they know.
Also, when you say not everyone can scale the walls, I mean, that's technically not true. I mean, everyone can roll, climb, and try to climb it.
Yeah, but we'll also be like stealthed and like trying to. Cause I could just lift people over it with the we could just lift everyone over with the force, but there's still the turrets.
I know. I'm just saying in terms of actually the barrier of the wall itself. You guys could get over it, if not for other factors.
Yeah, but we'd all get shot.
Yeah. Okay. Just clarifying.
Which is why we're not doing that, because we'd get shot to pieces before that happened.
So here's my suggestion. Plan A should be to convince everyone that we're Sith on legitimate business to load up a cart and take that air vehicle out of here. Meanwhile, some of us stealth plant enough explosives to hide the fact of what we really did here. Plan B needs to be some way to blast ourselves out if something goes wrong.
I think plan B should be get to the roof and steal that ship. Because getting out in that, it's just going to be easy for them to track.
Not if you disable the tracker.
Dirk chimes in. Didn't Edith ask us to try to steal some other supplies too? Or are we abandoning that idea?
I point at Dirk and say true. Also, I didn't realize he came with us. Cool.
I never thought we weren't going to be stealing more supplies than just explosives. But I think ideally what we want is we want to quickly take control of the compound and neutralize all the enemies inside, ideally.
Yeah, I don't think we can pull off a bluff long enough to load what we need to load, especially with our faces being out there. I can trick a couple of people to get us into the gate, but once we're inside, we'll probably have to fight our way through.
Which is why I think a vanguard team of people stealth before you guys come in with the truck and the large force of droids would be a good idea.
I hear you. I get that. But what I'm saying is, don't break the ruse if you don't have to. Let's go with it for as long as we can.
I don't want to end up in the middle of a bunch of Sith soldiers when the ruse is broken. I'd rather go in to the room, not surrounded.
Well, ideally by then, we'll have broken into whatever security room is in the main warehouse and taken over all the turrets.
But if the turrets can't swivel to aim inside of the compound, we won't be able to eliminate anyone with the turrets.
This is also true.
If they're poised to take out aerial and ground assaults from the outside.
I don't see why they wouldn't be able to turn around, though.
But you can't.
I mean, the compound is a building, and there's an exterior wall around it. So, like,
yeah, so you can't. So everyone will still be
into the building because there's
walls. You won't be able to shoot everyone.
When I think turret, I think something sitting on top of the wall that can swivel 360.
It can, but inside of that outer wall, there's a regular building, so it can't shoot unless you want to blow the building up from the outside to kill people who are inside of it. You can't shoot people inside of a building.
I mean, we don't care if we damage the building, and also there's space in between the wall and the building.
Yeah. Well, there's space in between the outer wall that the turrets are on and the walls of the building. So yeah, if you just want to start shooting the entire outside of the building with the turrets, you could do that. But you can't like specifically pinpoint people and shoot them because they're walls.
If Ariel was targeting people, she could.
Okay, carry on. I just wanted to clarify that.
Regardless, we need to infiltrate and ideally recon the inside to some degree.
If we can disable the turrets with a flick of a switch, that would solve a lot of our problems. So I think we need to try and position ourselves so that we can get into that control room and somehow clear it of enemies and then disable those turrets. That way we can make a clean break while it's being destroyed from within.
And assuming this is just a normal warehouse, they shouldn't be elite troops in there. We should be able to handle ourselves against them once we get the turrets on our side.
Fine, for as long as possible.
What did you say? I missed.
That would probably help our escape, because then we won't have speeders bearing down on us.
Yes, it will.
Most of the first part of what you said was really distorted. Can you repeat it?
Well, the turrets. And
I think you need to repeat it again.
You didn't hear that?
All you heard was the turrets.
Yeah.
No, we didn't even hear that. There was just nothing in the turrets.
Just nothing? Okay, great. Because I think you should go in and try and
At least I understood disable. I understood disable, and then everything after that became so distorted I couldn't understand. But I think that's enough.
You're just not destined to release this plan of yours.
It sounded like you got caught in a time dilation field because like you need to go disable the turrets.
Hello.
At least that's what it sounded like to me.
It only did that to me for disable, and then everything after that was like nonsense.
Hello, Dave. I control the horizontal.
No.
And the vertical.
Can I control the strong nuclear force?
Are we ready to go? Do we have this in the bag?
Yes, everyone has it in the bag.
I don't think we have any bag.
Now someone tell me what the plan is.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying, because it seemed very amorphous and non-planned like. That's what I was trying to do. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna say Pakash should go in and disable the turrets, and because we need Aerial's illusions to get us to the front gate. And once you should disable the turrets as we're at the front gate, so it's a surprise. We can catch them off guard. But once we're in, then we just start the attack.
What I want to do is not disable the turrets from the front gate, to go in a little bit further and get a better view before we initialize anything. So there's no unpleasant surprises that suddenly appear.
Am I the only one that thinks taking on 30 people on our own is kind of ludicrous?
No.
We've done it before.
We had
You
more
guys took out
people.
like 36 Rabbit Rancor guys.
We had more
Besides, do you want to reach level 13?
I mean, if like 6 of them are in that first guardhouse, that's like
I mean, let's be honest. If
only
we
24.
If we
That
can
wasn't
get a
fair.
hold of explosives from in there, then this becomes a whole lot easier.
Right, but we have to
before
get
the
to them first. It sounds like you guys are like, let's just get through the front gate and then start shooting. No problems after that.
No, I'm like you, me, and Stealthbot over here go in and ahead of everyone else and do stealth stuff before they come in.
Yeah, but if you get
Wow.
caught, we'll have no way of getting inside. And we need Aerial's illusions to get us through the front gate.
Why is the
You
cloud?
have 45 seconds to come up with a plan, and then I'm going.
I have a plan. We clown car our way in. Once we're inside, We just have to get into the control room, disable the turrets, convince them what we're doing or not. But whatever we do, once we're inside, we just need to try and stay low. Not go gun. We cannot go in there guns blazing. Besides this too, if they suspect something, they'll likely send, I don't know, their leader and a few others down to investigate, to make sure we have an ID. That would be plenty. That would at least draw a good number of them out of that room and give us plenty of battle space.
You remember what I did in the hallway that one time?
You mean use your crazy, super scary storm powers?
Yes.
You do realize the other thing we're trying to do here is have them not warn their buddies until they're blown up?
No, I'm mentioning it only because when the fighting does start, we should try and consider where we engage with them. Because if we can employ that tactic. Then again, also, you weren't paying out of
Okay, everybody roll initiative.
What? Really?
Okay, now hurry up and decide before John actually does that.
Like, seriously, can we decide here? We're just, like, talking in circles.
Yes, we are.
God, nobody gets off in the weeds like you guys do.
I thought we did decide. I thought we were going to try. I thought the goal was to get in the gate first and then figure it out. Or am I just projecting?
Okay, so
I
everyone
thought we were
else
going to get in the
aboard the
gate too,
speeder.
but Bazak doesn't want it.
All right, Gerard, John, you haven't chimed in. We need, obviously, some help. Need to vote here.
Ah, yes, democracy. The basis of all military planning.
Well, okay, unless someone wants to step as a leader, John, this is what we got. This is what, I mean, I agree. We kind of need leadership here because we just simply talk in circles, but
Based on the intelligence available to me, we do not possess the resources to effectively complete this mission. That's my opinion.
Well, obviously.
I think you're underestimating the resources available to you.
I mean, I think this is going to be a high stealth mission where we try to not engage in combat as much as possible. If we have any attempt to pull this off. Otherwise, we're probably fighting 36 people and with way less people than we had the last time.
The turrets are the main danger. Because how long will it take you to disable them?
I don't know if I just have to get inside the gatehouse, probably not terribly long, but then I have to deal with the other people who are in there, and I have to do it under their noses.
How long?
GM, how long do I think it would take to do something like that?
I don't know what kind of role that would be to try to figure out exactly what we're doing. Knowledge, technology, or mechanics, or just general wisdom or something.
It would, realistically, it would probably be computers. Because, what I would be doing is trying to get control of the turrets.
Yeah, just roll wisdom. Or intelligence. Roll intelligence.
Wait, do you think you can gain control of the turrets from the guardhouse?
Well, I thought that's what you were saying, is that they can be controlled from there.
No,
I thought it was
I
the
don't.
control room. The control room's separate from the guardhouse.
Well, that didn't take long. We're right back off into the weeds.
Yes, because with your intelligence, you realize that you probably can't control the turrets from the guardhouse.
Yeah, that
Yep.
doesn't seem like a good thing.
So, my entire plan was involved getting into the place where they control the turrets. You saw where that was?
Yes, I know where the control room is.
Do you know how many people were in there?
About 20.
Well, then there's going to need to be a team of 3 going in there.
But more people means more chance for detection. And
Unless
also
you got some explosives hidden in there, I ain't taking on that many people. I mean, the simpler solution is just disable the power.
Yes, that is the simpler solution.
But if we sneak in there in the first place,
I think we can do this. I think if we just play our cards right, we can sneak in. Are you confident in your abilities to manipulate people?
Yeah. Especially if it's just troopers.
Then what are we waiting for? The rest of you all can hide inside the car, the speeder, and then those of us who are good with stealth can be on either side of him.
yeah. So I think a good idea is we should stealth. Us who are good at stealth should stealth up there to the sides of the gate before the car goes up, or whoever's going to go separately. That way we can go our separate ways as you guys go in. And then Ariel's going with you guys, right?
Yeah, I gotta keep the speeder looking shapely.
So me and Bob will go in another way, or we'll go in alongside the car rather than inside of it.
Gerard, John, you good hiding inside with the stealth fuel generator?
Okay, so I'm gonna hide in the car.
With the generator on your belt.
That will
And
do the
then-
trick if need be.
And then we're just gonna drive up to the front gate.
Yeah, tell them we're Sith, trying to fill this thing up or make a delivery. Actually, by the way, you should probably figure that out before we leave.
Yeah. What kind of speeder is this that we got? Is this a passenger car?
Yeah, it's not like the one that you guys had before, which was more of like a troop transport / mini freighter. This is more of like a smaller speeder. I mean, it can obviously it's fairly big since it can fit all of you and the droids inside, but it's a very tight fit.
Okay,
I mean,
what's the real world analog? Like, name a real world vehicle this is close to. The box truck, minivan, what?
Like a stretch Hummer limo.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, okay.
A van? I mean, what it is doesn't matter that much. As long as the illusion holds up.
I'm gonna slap an Imperial logo on this thing.
If she changed the size and shape and configuration of the vehicle,
I don't know.
I didn't think she could.
I can't do a lot to it. The illusion is difficult. When the bigger it gets, the harder it is to maintain. But I can slap Imperial logos on it.
This is my point. We need to come up with a role for our purpose that matches the manner of transport that we're in. If we tell them we're here to deliver or pick up some shipment and we're in a passenger car, that's not going to add up no matter what decals she slaps on the outside of it.
So maybe it's just the vehicle we use to get our people there, and the real vehicle we're going to use to pull supplies out of the one that just landed.
How many occupants are going to be visible in this vehicle?
As few as possible.
Can we make it one?
Well, the driver and the co-pilot passenger side, unless there's no one sitting in there.
Why don't we just say we're delivering the vehicle? The vehicle is the delivery.
I'm fine with that.
Works for me.
Dell, you better have a speech prepared.
That way we can just ask them to direct us to the vehicle storage area, and then we'll be able to have our pick of whatever's there to leave.
Someone remind me of the new governor's name. I'm on a total blank.
It's Darth Errico.
I think Kylar's speech is going to be talk to the hand.
I mean, yeah, but
Is anyone else skilled in speaking?
Shayalu?
Not me.
What's happening? I couldn't hear anything
Train in
after.
persuasion, and that's about it.
Because whoever's trained in persuasion, I feel like should also be there in case things go south to kind of give us at least somewhat of a net to fall on. As I said, it should not be hard. Use the force, do some tricks, seem scary. You should be able to get right in, at least. I was able to when I went for my last mission. And, that was for the governor's mansion. I can't imagine they put butter guards on a warehouse.
Okay, Jella chimes in and says, Kalani will stay here with Jella and Dirk and I, correct?
Yeah.
Right then, everyone know what they're doing?
Okay, I do want to say before we, I feel like we should do what we would logically do, not necessarily just because Eagle's not here and not have Kalani along. Like, if we think, strategy-wise, if we want Kalani to go along, she can come along to help with fighting if there's any fighting, or if, so just pretend like she was actually here. Would she come along or not?
I mean, knowing Eagle, she probably would want to, but at the same time, Kalani's really bad at stealth.
also, I don't think we have a stealth field generator for our new friend.
Yeah, if she has a stealth field generator, we would probably request that she give that up.
Yeah, she has one, but she got, you guys lost Dirk's.
So, does everyone have a stealth field generator?
Yeah.
You and Gerard don't.
I
I
don't,
have
but I
something on my character sheet called Dumb Stealth Thinger.
Because when you used Kalani's area, or you got Kalani's, but Kalani took it back while you were.
Yes,
so you don't.
but I don't need one.
Okay.
So we request Kalani give hers to Gerard.
Okay.
What about Dirk? Does he not have his now?
He gave it to Kalani, and then it got used in the unsuccessful mission. Well,
I know, but then again, he's with us, isn't he?
yeah, but it was never recovered. It was left on the body of.
I know, but the point I'm trying to make is he doesn't have one.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have one.
I think something went over my head, so I'm just going to be quiet now.
Well, so Dirk and Jella aren't going.
Well,
the question is
I
whether
understand.
Kalani is
I
going to
understand
go
the
with
situation.
them. Okay. Is Kalani going to go with you guys, or is she going to stay with the two NPCs?
Honestly, I think it's better if we leave her behind. But that's my vote.
Okay, hearing no other votes, we'll leave Kalani behind. Okay, so they step out into like an alleyway or something, and then everyone else gets on board the speeder.
I want to go up. I want to like stealth up to the gate and be ready to just walk in, invisible when they go in.
Okay.
And
Or what
Bob do
are all
same
the
thing.
Okay, if Bob is coming, what about the other droids?
They're gonna stay with them. John has command of them.
Wait, they're gonna be in the transport, or they're gonna be with Kalani
Yes.
and Dirk and
John. Yeah, they're gonna be in the transport with John.
except for the one with the no shields.
Yes,
Okay.
I'd rather not get it blown up.
Okay, so everyone who wants to go stealth, roll stealth, and go do that. And everyone else gets on board the transport.
Del,
What do we get for that thing? A +1?
no, the stealth generator allows you to roll with advantage.
Oh, okay.
What's your stealth power called? Zariana?
Force cloak.
There we go. I just found it.
Del, can I have some force points? Pretty please. Can I have some force points?
Yeah.
Wait, can we give force points away?
I can.
Does it cost a force point to give force points, or what does it cost?
It just transfers.
Costs the force points.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a straight transfer.
Okay, does Mikaz want Bob to go with him and on his stealth quest?
How many
Yep.
do you want?
See, I have 1. You have 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
So probably 5 should be okay for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wow, I rolled pretty low. I'm going to use a force point to bump up to 29.
You did sell a stealth field generator, John. You sold it to Dirk.
I know.
He's talking about force points. And
I had
force
2.
points. Oh.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Really? Really? Okay. Well, I guess I don't get any bonuses for stealth.
All right, this is gonna be the most epically epic failed thing of all time.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna hide really well inside the car.
Yeah, you're not even invisible.
And then this is for my illusion.
And so, yeah, let's describe exactly what your illusion is.
So, I'd be familiar with this Sith emblem currently being used, being that I've traveled and dealt with these people before. So basically, I paint it on like the front of the speeder and on either side on the doors of the speeder. So like if there's an equivalent of a car hood on this speeder, that's where I slap it on, and then on either side of the doors.
Also,
Okay.
might I advise using? I know you probably don't have many a force point because that's got to go against their will.
If I recall
You
correctly,
can't use
the
the force point
troopers
for
have
force.
absurdly low will.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like
take
11.
much. Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, because you can only spend 1 force point per turn, and since it costs a force point to use Force Illusion, that technically means you can't amplify
yeah.
it with a force point. So who's
Just clarification,
driving the speeder?
They're still doing the parade, right? Tomorrow. That's tomorrow, right?
Yeah. That's tomorrow.
Okay. Gotcha.
According to the news report you saw.
Hope it's accurate.
Okay, so you guys drive up along the path in your speeder.
Whee!
So, one of the guards steps out and walks up to the speeder.
Is there like a window? Can I roll down a window?
Yeah. Okay, so you roll down the window. And the guard says, I'm going to need to see some identification.
You don't need to see his identification. That was out of character.
I mean, I can't not do that, right? I have to say that,
I
right?
know.
It's like I have to, because otherwise it's so sad. You don't need to see my identification. I'm Darth Zyrock. I'm here to deliver this vessel. It was gifted to us by the Rabid Rancorites for the new governor.
I don't need to see your identification. Well, I guess go up and make your way onto the roof there. Just land, and he checks a data pad. It says, land in docking slot. I was land in docking spot D. I was starting to say W for some second, but I wanted to say D. Okay, he says D.
All right, I assure you will let them know that we're arriving.
Yes, I'll do that.
Thank you. Rolls the window back up and does that.
Okay, do you want to roll piloting to see if you can actually pilot this? And land reliably on the roof?
I take as much time as it needs to land successfully. I will take 20.
I mean, typically, you don't usually have in role-playing games. You usually don't have to roll piloting for simple stuff. It's just when you get to
I did have a ship. I would like to point
maneuvers.
out that Bell has flown a ship before, like a spaceship.
Okay.
Do you
Okay,
really
good
want
work,
to
lawyering. We've convinced me. You can fly a ship onto a roof. Okay, good work.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're leaving Pakaz and Bob at the gate, or what do they do when you fly up onto the roof?
How high is the roof of the building?
Pretty high.
Okay, so we can't like fly low enough that they could like hop out.
How can the speeder get up high enough to get up onto the roof if it's
Have you not seen Kurtz? They
Speeders
just usually don't.
go up. They're not cars.
right?
This
This is brain failing. This is why this situation has happened.
Okay, so Basek, what do you want to do?
Well, ideally, I wanted to go through the door that guy came out of before he went through it. But I didn't know what was going on.
Okay. So you just see the car, you just see the speeder fly off, and yeah, you can walk inside the room. It's not physically represented on this map, but it's a very small room that's inside of the wall.
And I want to try and get through whatever other door there is to get through the walls.
I thought you were just gonna walk over the wall.
He can't stay stealth and walk over the wall.
Also, I thought the gate was going to be opened.
Yeah, I also thought that.
I think we all thought that. Otherwise, no one would. Otherwise, someone would have objected to this long ago.
Well, why would you need to fly through a gate in order to land on top of a roof? The wall's only 30 feet high.
I think we're all operating under the assumption that the speeder couldn't go that high.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Like we thought it was like a ground speeder.
Unauthorized speeder flying over Sith.
Yeah, if you would have just flown there, then you would have been shot.
Yeah,
but you.
I mean, I understand the
physically
need to
fly
still
there.
like stop at the gate, but like,
It doesn't matter now. We gotta get Picaz over the wall.
Yep.
Okay, because you are now inside the little guard room. You see one guard watching and the other guards, 2 guards.
So
playing.
is there a way out of here and into the compound?
Yeah, there's a door opposite from where you walked in that lets you out on the inside of the wall.
Does it look like there's any way out that would be more opportune to get out, way to get out than just opening the door?
No. This is just like a small room that basically is a breezeway that connects both sides of the wall. So there's just 2 doors, one on either side of the wall, that you pass between into this guard room.
Well, I'd like to try and sneak through that door without any of them noticing. Somehow I'm small, so it should be easier than someone bigger, but
Okay, I'm gonna say that that's like sort of like a
separate stealth roll.
Or like sort of a diversionary use of deception. So you can roll deception and they'll roll perception and see if they notice.
Well, I think that's really the only option. I wish I knew Bob's stats. Yeah, I know what I'll do. I will motion to Bob to try and cause a distraction. And motion towards me and going through the door.
Okay, so if he makes the distraction, then how is he gonna get through the door?
I'm just hoping he's better than me at deception.
Okay, but do you want him to try to sneak through the door after he makes the distraction?
Yes.
Okay, consulting Bob's character sheet for a second.
I mean, obviously, I don't want him to reveal himself, but
Okay, bad news. Bob tries to, like, surreptitiously knock something over or something. But when they turn to look, one of them, like, catches sight of him. And he calls out to the other two, "Look out, there's a stealth droid in here!" And they draw their weapons.
Well, I think that's initiative and time to kill everyone in here and run.
Yeah, roll initiative. Once I open the thingy, open, clear.
At least there's a distraction down here for you guys.
Is there something you can try to do to save it?
I don't see how. I don't have mind trick powers. I'm destroy everything powers.
I mean, you could disable Bob. Have him shut down.
Or you could just let Bob shoot them, and while he's shooting them, you could make your escape.
Yeah, but that would alert them. Except they're gonna shut down the place. But they might be confused about a droid that is stealth and then immediately shuts down.
Well, if the droid flees after killing one of them in a failed attempt.
Yeah, that works. Just please try not to shoot everything just yet. We're just barely in.
Have Bob program or set up to go to deactivate, quote unquote, with a wave of your hand. As soon as you pop out of stealth, say, "Thank you for finding that thing. I've been trying to find it all day."
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, you hear Bob come in over the comms. What should I do?
Fight your way out and run. And hide
Or you
somewhere.
could calm us, and maybe Dell could convince him the droid belongs to him.
No. That's just bad. Not without him using a mind trick.
Okay, there's a slight snicking sound, and some vibroblades come out of Bob's hands, and he attacks the guy closest to him. Okay, it's your turn, Kaz.
Okay. So, I'm going to try and... How hurt does the guy he hit look?
Looks like he barely scratched the armor.
Yeah, I'm going to try and sneak through the door. So, what do I do?
You can just make a stealth check. Yeah, they don't notice you when you slip outside.
And as I get outside, I tell Bob to try and escape. If he kills them really easily, and has no troubles, just get through the door and stealthing again and come inside of the compound and find me, and I'll direct him, or if he has to find his way just to get out, then, whichever makes more sense, come in or leave if things are going too badly. But prioritize his own survival.
Okay, Bob says, I will attempt to follow your orders, but I feel like they are not perfectly non-contradictory.
That's probably true. I guess I just move up towards door.
Okay, we're going to... I don't actually know how well Bob is matched up against these guys, so we're going to quickly make a bunch of rolls and see how it begins to fare for Bob.
Don't forget to make use of his special stealthing abilities.
Yeah, only the infiltrator droids have that.
I thought he had some special combat abilities.
Well, I guess he technically, because all of his attacks take a different amounts of swift action, technically he can use his vibroblades and his blaster in one turn, so according to these rules, so I guess he will make advantage of that, at least.
There we go.
Okay, you guys can... So what do you guys do once you land on the roof?
Weren't we waiting for them to, like, disable the turrets?
Oh, that's what you're waiting for?
I thought that was the plan. Wasn't that the plan? Correct me if I'm wrong. That was the No? Okay,
No,
that wasn't
it
the
was...
plan.
The next move was to get you to the control room so you could explain the situation and get those turrets shut down through that way. While the rest
So we're walking into the room with 20 people and then and bluffing my way through this.
That, or does anyone come to greet us?
Yeah, that was the other thing.
Hey, Eagle, things went really wrong. For me.
What?
You mean for Bob?
I was about to say, for Bob, more specifically. By extension, me.
I mean, wasn't the whole point that Pekaz was going to disable the turrets?
No. He can't disable the turrets from there.
Well, not from there, no. But that's why he snuck through, right? He snuck through.
I honestly don't know why he snuck the way he did. To be honest, okay. I didn't follow that part.
I thought that was the right, Bazak. That was the plan.
Just go off and do stealthy things while you guys load stuff or whatever.
Okay,
I don't know
what does that mean.
Anyways, a quick update. Bob gets to you, Pekaz, and says, I have successfully eliminated one of them. Combat is going well. And then, like, 10 seconds later, he says, I revised my previous report, and then his sentence just cuts off.
God's sides really heavily.
I told you we were going to set a record.
Yeah, I wrote in the chat that you called it.
So who wants to catch Eagle up to speed?
Eagle, we spent an hour planning this, and it took us about 4 seconds to blow it.
What is even this?
It took 10
Planning
seconds.
what
to-
this?
I'm updating her. Just keep going. I'm typing it up.
Okay, because so you get through the inner part of the wall, and you are greeted with a door that's closed.
Are there any doors along the walls?
Not that you can see, other than this door.
Well, is there a panel here?
Yeah.
Can I try and get the doors to open?
Yeah, sure. If you want to roll.
Okay, at this point, I don't care if it's suspicious. So, what
Do you want to try to hack it? It's a computer terminal, or you can try to open it up and just roll mechanics.
I'll use computers.
It flashes red at you.
Back away. And decide to try my luck looking for another way in. I mean, I wouldn't have done this if I had known speeders could fly higher than that.
I mean, I didn't say it was a land speeder. I said it was a speeder.
Too many sci-fi lores in my head. I had the wrong one.
I asked you for a description of the vehicle, and you would not give me one.
Yeah, he did
You
ask.
said it's
many
kind of like
times.
a stretch Hummer.
Yeah, Hummers can't fly.
Well, he asked for the equivalent.
But he asked about what it was
Humans
before
don't
that.
have
He
any.
asked you about the equivalent after that.
I thought it was understood that speeders could fly.
Yeah, okay. So from here on out, unless specifically specified, in Star Wars, every speeder can fly. It just can't leave Atmo.
Right. Unless it's a land speeder. Like Luke, his thing is called a land speeder because it can't fly.
I mean, I thought land speeder and speeder were like synonymous.
No.
Okay.
I will avenge Bob.
What happened to Bob?
He had a very sad and unheroic, awesome death. Very
He can be rebuilt.
anticlimactic.
He can be rebuilt.
It's not over yet. Alright, so we're on the roof. Did anyone come to greet us?
Yeah, so you land up on the roof. There are two other vehicles up there. One is the one that you saw land, and there's another one that's up there. They're both like freighter-ish type vehicles.
Okay.
And then a guard dressed in armor comes out and waits expectantly by the door.
Then I whisper to Del, you should probably go speak to him. The rest of us need to try and leave quietly and follow behind.
Yes. Should I see about putting one of these vehicles, or do we want something else? It's probably what they have. Can you guys hear me?
Sort of.
I do. How about now? Can you hear me
Now
now?
and then.
You can kind of, sort of hear me, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I'll get out and walk over.
I want to open the door very carefully to the side that the guard isn't on, and just sort of motion everyone else to kind of carefully come out that way. And then I'll follow from behind.
Okay.
And my goal in following behind is I want to keep an eye on John and Jarrah, and if I notice that their stealth is kind of not so good, try and help them.
Okay, and you guys want the infiltrator droids to come with you guys?
I feel like we should just leave them up here so that if we need them for an escape plan, they're ready to go.
Yeah. And they're also actually bad at stealthing.
Actually, can we make them look like they're powered down, and you could just tell them that they're part of the speeder and not to touch them?
Yeah, I could have them moved to the other ship.
All right.
I believe he gave John control over them.
Why me?
I don't know. That's what Picard said.
I don't know. You're the military, dude.
Droid, sit still and don't touch anything.
They beep at you.
Aw, that was a perfect time for the Roger, Roger.
No, they don't say Roger, Roger.
They don't speak basic. They only speak binary.
I don't speak binary. Lexa does. Bummer.
Okay. Anyway, so now I'm walking up. So it's just one guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll follow Ariel slowly.
Okay, move where you guys were. So there's more space.
I noticed.
Okay, so the guy just walks up to you, Del, and looks at you expectantly.
Assuming you were told why I was here?
Yes, I was informed that you're dropping the speeder off.
Yes. I mean, I'm actually looking for something else as well. But that's one of the reasons I'm here. There are some droids in the back. I'm good.
He holds out his hand for the keys.
For this. Sorry, you blanked out.
For the keys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the keys.
Thank you.
Do you know what that speeder over there is being utilized for, the transport?
Yes, it just delivered in a batch of supplies.
Good. Will it be ready to leave momentarily?
Yes, it's going to leave, but it's not free. It currently has another assignment it's flying to after this.
And what is that?
It's going to meet back up with one of our other bases to pick up some more supplies.
Well, I have direct orders from the governor that we need to bring more supplies to headquarters immediately for preparations for the ceremonies tomorrow.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware of this. Roll persuade.
Force point!
So do you have official paperwork for this request? Such as a list of the supplies you're supposed to be requisitioning?
It just came down. I need to know what you have and what you can spare before it. I have a general sense of what we need, but there hasn't been an official order placed, no. I can write up the paperwork.
You have an order from the governor, but it's not an official order?
Well, I have an order from him verbally to see what supplies I can acquire here, and I know what we're looking for.
Well, now we see why you rolled a 15 on your persuasion roll.
Is there a way for me to telepathically communicate to Del? To give him a hint?
In single words or emotions at a time.
I just
For
want
each
to.
roll.
I
Yeah,
just
I could use some
want to.
help here. I'm sorry. I wasn't prepped for this part.
I just want to send the word.
Can you telepathically slap him over the back of the head?
I just want to convey the feeling of like fear, intimidation. He's a Sith.
Yeah, you're spending way too
Use
much
it.
time talking to this guy. Just tell
You're
him
right.
he's dismissed.
Okay, make our use the force check, Ariel.
Oh boy.
Apparently, I'm really adamant about this.
Okay,
Nat
what?
20.
So basically, I just convey to you, you are a Sith. Use that. Just scare the living daylights out of him and tell him you're going to do this.
Look, I do not have time for this. The ceremony preparation is vital. After the last governor was killed, we cannot afford to let this one be as well. We need the munitions so that we can secure it. Unless you'd rather explain to your superiors why you let the governor get killed, because you wouldn't fill the supplies that we need to make it happen.
He looks confused, but he says, "Yes, sir, follow me right this way and we'll get you to a list of the supplies currently in the depot."
Let's make it quick.
So he walks over to a turbo lift entrance that's on the roof of the building.
Before we leave the roof, I just want to send telepathically to Jurat that maybe he should stay on the roof stealthed and just keep an eye on things here.
Okay. What about John? What do you do?
Actually, I was thinking about doing that my own self, going over to this transport that we saw and kind of securing that. But I don't do stealth, so I don't know what I'm able to do while I'm stealth, other than walk around.
I mean, generally taking anything that's like a standard action or interacting with something is supposed to break stealth. We're a little bit flexible on that.
Is there any? There's nobody. I don't see anybody else on the map. Is there anybody else here?
Yeah, there's nobody else up there on the roof right now.
Okay, so can I see inside of the driver's compartment of the transport that's unoccupied?
Yeah. Yeah, so up there on the roof, there's like a couple of like slots for docking areas where you guys are, and then where the two other transports are. There's a couple other open ones. And then there's like the doors for a turbo lift, like a turbo lift spot that's sort of just jutting up into the open space on the roof. And then also like sort of more in the middle centralized area, or that the docking ports are focused around. There's like a cargo elevator lift panel that can like sink into the building.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here and stay close to this new transport that we that I'm thinking we intend to commandeer and keep an eye on it.
Okay. I think we should be safe. I think Della and I can handle this.
With the 36 troopers that are down there, we can handle it. Are you sure?
As long as you continue to be a fear-mongering Sith, yes.
I don't like this at all.
Then you should have told me to do this part.
All it will take is for you guys to say you need help, and I'll come down through the roof.
Okay, so we're going.
Yeah, so you guys, I guess just the two of you go down the elevator. And let's take a break here.
Sounds good.
So we will reconvene in 10 minutes.
Alright, sounds good.